Hello, I'm Shadow Rainbow, and I will be reviewing MLP comics on this channel. While I will be writing up the episodes of fully on my DeviantArt as a written review. Bit of a twist in the. Let's start with the cover. Behold the secret star swirl, the bearded. This is the showing of the secrets of Starbeard. We start off, well, nothing special. Hey, is that the pink unicorn? It doesn't look like Celestia, but it is if you look later on, there is. And on the bottom left of the first page of this issue 17, it will be Twilight Sparkle. There is more than one of everything. Okay, I think this is the foreshadow of later. Eventually, it turns out Celestia went to a portal, which we will see later on in Equestria Girls. Well, this is the prototype, I think. I don't know, but pretty sure this one is the one to the opposite, not genders, opposite affirmatives, like evil to good, good to evil, those types. Eventually, Luna got given up and decided to show them Star Swirl the Bearded, I think. Starswell the Bearded, yeah. The main six exploring his layers, as in Luna and Spike are playing games. So this one is a Scrabble. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Scrabble. Okay. Back to in time. They show the creation of the portal. And there's a Fluttershy T-Rex. Evolution of ponies. T-Rex to ponies. Someone should put a meme up of it. Yep. And they continue on with their travels. Back to modern, they found two escape pods. One named Celeste. Okay, so as they are back to their own castle from the Star Swirl of Bearded, Celestia came back damaged. Okay. Is that Sombra? We will see it in next issue as I continue on part 2 of Reflect. Okay. Now part 2 of Reflection. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Dave came and back down to the castle, and Celestia came back injured. And looked like Sombra would be back. This is more of a half thing I'm going to put up right now. Okay, so continuing on, Celestia explains what happened in the other world. And which is basically he sees enough with the good Sombra. I'll explain more. And they travel to a parallel universe. And I'm pretty sure they said only Twilight in Equestria Girls. I got no idea if they're connected, but pretty sure this would be interesting. So we headed to the land. The animals basically don't like Fluttershy. I'm not stressed about it though. So in the past and present day, both Celestia, Star World the Builder, and the main six and Spike was in jail. And Pinky pointed out the obvious. And so they escape. And this is double page. Basically, the Fin Flam Brothers is fairness. Well, this was just Superside Squeezy 600. They weren't fair. I heard it was the things they made it taste bad. Humanity for not Twilight. Trixie. The is wisdom. And love is chrysalis. Ironic. And Meanwhile, back in the first world, the queens are fighting, but they got over it pretty much good, which I'm not much of. So continuing on, we found out King Sombra is actually good. And this world of Luna and Celestia is evil but looks interesting. Actually in this Rainbow Dash I thought there was evil Celestia. And in that world it affects the first world. And they eventually ended with the love of two worlds. Okay. Next issue, basically on the next issue, we found out that the two sisters are still being in the castle of the two sisters, which is bad. Also, the front cover of this also is like a poster thing. So Sombra explains what happened to this world, and meanwhile, back in the past, Celestia and Sombra talked about, this world, if it is good or bad, or stuff. And Luna appears in the main world, not the parallel one. She's on the moon. The controller is, I'm pretty sure it's the same. And and so finally, back in and she would continue traveling to that world continuously until Eustace the Bearded found out the truth, and he disabled the portal. So Celestia would continue his research, and finally she's reopened. That's a bit short, in my opinion, but it's short, but it looks long because of the dates, Back in the present time, and Spike, I'm pretty sure Spike broke this is 4th war, not the 7th war, and explains what happened in their world, the main world. And in the fight on the next issue will be fight to the death, and the princess was, at least evil Luna was stalking the main six and good Sombra. And in the present day, in the main world, Luna found out that she thought at least she was replaced, which is not true. She had to find a refuge after the loss of her sister. Makes sense. Okay. The final fight and the collapse of the two world, which never fully happens. Evil Celestial shot Evil Luna, which made the world to collapse. Yes, I did. Which started to collapse on itself. Eventually, the final fight happens, and King Sombra used the Crystal of Guardians and basically renewed the bad to good. But on the way, he made himself bad. And they were forced back to the real world, which is okay, and eventually they both regret of leaving each other, and that's the sad part of the story. But the good side is they both made Sombra's world better. There's actually fan stories which happen afterwards, which I hopefully, if I could remember, to put it down in the comments description, and that should be it. Overall, that story is actually really good. It explains the first introduction of parallel worlds, and will eventually lead on to Equestria Girls. Yeah, it's around the same time, I think. So, the negative part is the portal should be. Actually, and I don't have much negative. So much is good. Even the cover is good. One of the best, I'm going to say. Pinky being Pinky, and other than the evil princess part, I'm not truly comfortable, but I'm fine with Celestia because she's evil. Luna, I'm pretty doubt. I wonder why, but I'm okay with it. So in the end, I would basically give it 4.5 stars out of 5, which is one of the best stars out there if you want to start as a comic reader for MLP. And I will see you at the next review, and let me know how I did and help me find a better starting, and put it in the comments below, and I will see you later. Goodbye.